Aloha my friends, what's going on? Thanks for coming back to the channel. You know the drill. If you're into it, you like this video, please like and subscribe. I have a real quick video for you folks today. We're going to talk about racking slides and locking the slides back, because as an instructor, it's kind of something that comes up a lot in class where mainly women or not small children, but younger people, smaller stature people express difficulty in racking the slide and also locking it back. So we are here with Stephanie, who is a smaller stature person and also a woman. So I feel like she's
left-handed.
Also left-handed. So I feel like she's kind of the best example to have under this discussion that we're having here.
I think I have an advantage because I have like a blank slate.
Okay.
So you're not like undoing or making me unlearn a certain way. I don't know anyway, so then it's easier learning if you don't know anything.
True. All right, so we have 3 firearms that have been cleared prior to this video being started. These have all been cleared and checked and cleared. They're all safe. And we have 3 different examples here. My 1911 having the heaviest recoil spring, therefore having the most difficult to rack slide. My Glock having a standard strength recoil spring, was kind of in the middle, and then my Beretta is reduced power, so this is the easiest one. So we're just kind of go through this, and they're all they're all very different layouts, and I think it's a good representation of what you may encounter as a firearm owner. So there's 2 ways that you can do this. You can rack your slide over the top, which means like this, or as a slingshot, which means like this. And with the over the top grip, what you want to watch out for, so our safe direction is here. If we're at a firing line, we're pretending that we're shooting this way. The problem with racking over the top like this is a lot of people are not cognizant of their safe direction, and they end up doing this. And therefore, you're flagging everybody down the line. So if you're going to go over the top, it's a good habit to turn your body perpendicular to your safe direction, and then that way you're racking your slide in the safe direction like this. Okay, when you grab the slide, you want to put the heel of your hand against the back of the slide like this, curl your fingers over, and then this gives you your crushing grip here. Crushing grip, and what I'm doing is I'm pulling with this hand and I'm pushing with this arm, so I'm bringing in larger muscles, and that's kind of the easiest way to do it, biomechanically advantaged way to do it. Stephanie, you want to give this a try? And what you think about it, and how you feel about it.
Sure. And does it change because I'm left-handed?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, nice. Locked it back and everything. All right, do you have any thoughts about that way?
Compared to the slingshot way?
Yes.
I don't enjoy the slingshot way.
You don't? Why?
I don't feel like I have full control while I'm pulling back.
That's true. Okay. Yes. So the slingshot method is just like how you would grab a slingshot if you were had the opportunity to play with those types of things as a kid. You grab it like this, and it's the same thing. Facing a safe direction, you're gonna push with your dominant hand and pull with your non-dominant hand like this. And again, we're bringing larger muscles into play. Biomechanically advantageous positions like this. Okay. I don't like the slingshot method because this is kind of getting more advanced, but when you have malfunctions and stuff, it's difficult to turn your firearm over and like manipulate it like this for you to get whatever to fall out. It's just I feel kind of tied up, so I prefer this way. It's just easier for me to do that. What were you saying about slingshot?
I also don't like, if I have to compare this grip, 4 fingers in my palm versus 2 fingers, I'm going to pick the one
That's true.
that has more.
Yes.
Okay.
And then locking back the slide, that's another challenge that some people have, and admittedly for left-handed people on guns that are not fully ambidextrous, I totally understand and see the difficulty in it, because as a left-handed person, you can see on my 1911, I don't have a slide stop lever on both sides. It's only on one side. So if I was a left-handed person, I would have to use my trigger finger to push up on this slide stop lever as I pull it back to lock it, and that is awkward to do. Do you have any insight on being a left-handed person having to deal with that kind of thing?
No, but it's because I have not come across. I've practiced with ambidextrous firearms, but not left-handed ones yet.
Okay. What do you think about? Oh, you just did it. Okay, so it's doable. It's definitely doable.
But again, I don't have a reference. I don't have something in my head that's easier.
Okay. Out of all these guys, what's the hardest one for you to rack, and why?
SIG. It's
SIG.
heavier.
It's just heaviest, yeah. So the 1911 for 45 generally has a 22-pound recoil spring, I believe, whereas these guys are much, much lower. Generally, with firearms that are higher caliber, you're going to run into a stronger and more resistant recoil spring. All right. Do you have any other thoughts on racking?
No, sir.
Racking slides or anything? All right. So you heard it from a woman. Definitely doable at any size.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
I think it just takes practice.
Definitely takes practice, yeah.
And no coddling. I think that's the other thing, is that like for, I don't know if it's like a female thing, but I think anytime like firearms are, you already feel a certain way, but like if you're like struggling in general, like it's just not a good feeling. And so I think it's just like putting in the time and clocking in to the mechanics of it until it's not too much thinking.
Right, and then it's funny, I got started doing this and I kind of missed the point of why I wanted to shoot this, but the reason being is there are certain types of firearms that are marketed as easy to rack, or they're much, they're easier to manipulate the slide. But if you are choosing your pistol based on the fact that I can only rack these easy type pistols, your pool of available firearms is going to shrink down to like 4 or 5 different models. So I implore everybody to take the time and know that it's possible and you can do it, that you're able to rack any type of auto loading pistol, and you can manipulate any slide. Therefore you have the selection of everything instead of the Smith & Wesson. I think Ruger makes one too. But it's definitely doable, just something that you got to practice on. All right, so there you are. Quick video on racking slides and locking them back. All right, see you guys later. Thanks.